Hi guys, how are you? In this video I'm gonna show you how I made this case. I will explain you how I layered the tissue, how I shaded it, how I layered the porcelain. As you can see, there is a lot of porcelain in here. It starts from here and up, about maybe 3 millimeters or 4. Yeah, in general this is not a difficult technique, but this case was very challenging because the frame was kind of small and I had to layer a whole centimeter worth of porcelain in here. So that's what the case looks like, and let's begin. So you're not gonna believe what I have for you today. Look at this case. I'm so excited. I finally got it. It's PFM case with the tissue. So I was asking for this case for a while and I finally got it. I have a study model, which is this, and as you can see the teeth are pretty long and these ones are pretty short. So I'm gonna try to lengthen them up to here and then do the tissue. So I already applied tissue porcelain. I'm using Initial today. This is GM24. This is the shade. I applied it just underneath over here. Okay, I put this separator. You wanted me to show you which separator I'm using. It's this one. Ceramic separating liquid, Ivoclar Viva Dent. That's the lot number. Okay, so without further ado, let's do that. First I'm gonna apply some of my I mixed some inside 44, this shade. Okay, because my shade is gonna be something like B1. So I just mixed 44 and yeah, so I mixed this one and this one 50-50, and I'm gonna apply it as my opacious porcelain at the base of my teeth over here, just at the neck. Because it is PFM, I usually do cover all the opaque with something opacious. I took it off the articulator so you can see. This is gonna be big work, you see, is many units plus tissue, so it's probably gonna take me a long time, like 4 hours to finish it. But I'm gonna try to not make this video too long, so I'm gonna get the key points for you shorter and watchable. Okay, I will also apply a little bit on the occlusion of my bicuspids, just like that. Okay, so I applied some in the back, some in the front, and some on the occlusion. So next up I'm gonna have to lengthen my crowns right up to here. I did draw a line to where my study model setup is. So for that, first I'm gonna take FD91. This is a very light fluorescent, very opacious Dentin. So that will help me hide the crowns. I will add this on the articulator because I have to see exactly how tall I need to make them. You know, I didn't realize how heavy is the articulator and how hard it's gonna be to hold it towards the camera. But I guess my left hand is gonna become really strong by the end of this video. Okay, so this is the fluorescent Dentin. Next I'm gonna apply some from the lingual side. So now I'm gonna take my lower model and apply some of my separator, just a very little bit. I did that so now when I'm gonna close my bite, it won't get stuck. Alright, look, very nice. Now I see till where my crowns are going, and now I'm ready to apply my Dentin. Dentin is B1. Yeah, I realized I cannot hold that the articulator by the camera. I'm not that strong. I thought I could, but my hands started shaking after like 5 minutes. I took a smaller brush. Renford is a natural brush. So I will build it like that, and periodically I will put it on my articulator and check where I am. That's what it looks like from the back. Okay. By the way, I read online that only the front teeth have 3 mamelons. No, 3 buds. Then 1, 2, 3. The one in the middle is divided into small ones. And the laterals, they have only 2. Goes a 1 and then they rounded the second one like that. So that is the correct way to do the lateral. I used to make 3, but it's not correct. And this one only has 1. I seen it on a channel that is called Master Dental Technician. Check it out, it's very good. Okay, I applied all my porcelain, and next step I'm gonna do the cutback. To do the cutback, I'm gonna take off some dentin from the mesial and distal, like this, on each tooth. This I'm gonna try to do to achieve, I don't know if you can see, like over here you see the area of translucency over here on the sides. So you see it goes a translucency all the way here and here. Okay, so next up I'm gonna divide my mamelons. I mean the buds. The difference between buds and mamelons is mamelons are the structures in the enamel, and the buds are structures in the dentin. So if you're making something out of dentin, those are buds. If you're making some little things out of enamel, those are mamelons. That one of my subscriber told me that's the correct way to call them. So you know, it's really great to have a channel. I'm learning a lot of things in here myself from all your comments. So I want to say thank you for everybody who is writing me comments and sharing their experience with me. So now is a good time to apply my clear. I use CLF. It's clear like this, and I'm gonna apply it to mesial and distal corners. Alright, so next up I'm gonna apply some of my TM1 very dark blue translucent mamelon. It's this one. So because it is so intense, then don't take a lot of it, just a little bit. So I'm gonna put it like in couple places, like on this teeth. 2 in the middle of the lateral, and a couple, like 3 in the middle of centrals. Cuspids and bicuspids don't really need that. And then I'm gonna apply some of the same material that I applied before, EN44 mixed with Dentin 91. That is the material that I applied on the neck before. I just wanna make a couple of bright mamelons in here, like really bright. No, that's not the mamelon material, but I just want to put it on just like that. Like, make sure that you apply very little bit of it, like tiny bit. So that is very opacious, very bright material. So if you overdo it, it's gonna be bad. Alright, so now I will apply some Opal 3 as blue and regular enamel 58. You see, it's not translucent. Neither one is. So I'm gonna apply very little bits of that. You know, actually, I'm gonna mix my Opal blue with clear fluorescent 50-50, and I will apply that. Alright, so I'm gonna do like sections, like one section with the regular enamel and one section with the mixture of clear and opal blue, and then again enamel, and then again opal blue. And I'm just gonna go like that on each of my anteriors. And then here I'm just gonna close it with the enamel all the way down to here and a little bit in here, like that. So just building on the mesial and then on the distal and a little bit in the middle, like this. Okay. And if I wanna add a little bit over here, then I'm gonna add it later with this one, cervical translucent 22. It's this one. This is chromatic porcelain, which is translucent, so you can add it. It's not a problem if you add it on top of your enamel even. It is still gonna be okay. So I decided to apply a little bit of CT, cervical translucent. Okay. And the cuspids, I'm gonna just do regular enamel. Okay, and a little bit cervical translucent over here for the very middle, like that. Alright. Okay guys, so finally this is it. I build it up, and next up we're gonna do the tissue. Because it's a first bake, I'm gonna do all out of this 24, this shade. So we're gonna put some of it here in between. Okay, and now we're gonna build the tissue underneath the teeth, like this. So after you apply it, then take your brush and push it down over here like that. And like that. Okay, so you have like those little like thickened parts by the teeth, and then the valleys in between here and in here. Okay guys, so just like that, it's all done. Now this next piece of information is very important. So because I built it up a lot, I made them much longer than they were in the beginning, and because most of the porcelain is on the facial part, I just added a little bit to the back. It's important to glue the porcelain to the back, otherwise, you see these things, I will grind them off later after I bake okay? But if I do not do that, the porcelain is gonna shrink. It's gonna be pulled this way. Like, they're not gonna look like this. They're gonna start looking like that. Looking out, okay? So glue the teeth to the back by doing this. Like, make a little tiny bridge to hold them. Then you're gonna grind them off after it comes out. So pretty much cuspid to cuspid, okay? Like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do this, okay? I know that I'm gonna have to grind it because of the bite, but if I don't do it, then my whole work is gonna be wrong. All right. Okay, now I took off my work and I'm just gonna go along wherever I have small cracks and fix them, because porcelain was pulled a little bit from, even though I put the separator, I think it absorbed all the separator and now pulled a little. And now I'm gonna take this kind of pins and I'm gonna put them there, and I'm gonna take my tray. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it in the oven on this program. So this is IRT, that's the infrared cooling. I'm gonna add that. Hold is 1 minute 15 seconds, and the high temperature is 890 and low temperature is 700. First vacuum at 580 Celsius, second vacuum is at 889. So yeah, it goes in. Maybe hold can be 110. Okay, and I press start, and you see this infrared pre-drying is active, so it will only close when the temperature of the bridge is correct. It can sense the bridge and it knows when to close. Okay guys, I'll see you after bake. Okay guys, so now the bridge came out of the first bake. That's what it looks like. I already added a little bit of tissue underneath, and I put the separator and yeah, screwed it onto the model. So that's what they're looking like right now. I'm gonna do my second bake now. So first of all, I'm gonna do a little bit of the tissue buildup. This is still 24, this shade. I'm gonna build it more out like that. I'm doing it so it doesn't like end right here and then we have this, you know, in and then out. I want it more like a smooth transition, okay? Not like this, more like that. Okay, and now you see the little cracks here and there I have in the tissue. I'm also gonna fix that. Now I have some cracks in the back over here, so I mixed the same thing that I applied there before. It was inside and fluorescent dentin. You might think, why not just dentin, because then I would have like gray lines in here, because dentin is much more translucent. Gotta apply the same thing as first time. And let's do the same thing in the cracks over here. See, they had the huge cracks. These two teeth just split. I don't know how to make sure that that doesn't happen. I think that it's kind of inevitable when you build so much length, like this is 5 millimeters I build length. I guess that's just what you have to deal with if the metal was kind of short. I don't know why they made such short metal. And the chimney. Okay, so now we're gonna put some this non-translucent inside in between. I push it towards the lingual side like this. Okay, and I'm gonna take some Dentin and apply it in between too. First, I think I'm gonna this time build the tissue, and after that I'm gonna build the neck of the teeth out a little more. I will decide on the material then. Now tissue I'm gonna build now out of the mix of 23 and 24, 60% 23 and 40% 24. And also on top of that I'm gonna apply 23 and 34. Oh no, 35 and 34. So 35, 34 after that. Well, I'll show you one. Okay, so first we're gonna apply the mix of 23 and 24. So apply like a good amount like this, and then push it down here. Like that. And then take your brush, and with the very tip of it, you can make Straveli over here and push it down. And so like this part of gum goes around the letter and becomes like this. Okay? Okay, and here is this structure with like two valleys like that, and then it goes in here like this, and that's what it looks like. Okay, and then we're gonna build the teeth out a little more. For that I'm gonna take CT and I'm gonna apply it to each crown by the cervical over here. Alright, and then finally after application of that we're gonna apply another layer of enamel. And we're gonna connect the crowns where they went apart just like this. Okay, and the same thing I'm gonna do to all the other crowns. Okay guys, this is what it looks like right now, and I will bake it and I will see you after bake. This is the roundhouse after second bake. There is some cracks but not so many anymore. This is it comparing to the study model. Okay guys, this is the bridge right now after I grind it a little bit, and you can see there's still cracks here and there, but I will not fill in those cracks with the tissue. I'm gonna fill it in with the cervical translucent. That's the same shade that I was using previously. So I'm just gonna go and fill them in just like that. Okay, so now it's like this, and I'm gonna apply some glaze because I already did grind it. I don't wanna fire it without glaze at this point. So glaze is this one. So the tissue came out a little bit dark, but that is okay. I can always color it the way that I want. That's what the teeth look like right now. The translucency is a bit exaggerated, but that's how it is in here too. For the tissue, we're gonna apply some of salmon pink. This one. I'm gonna apply that near the crowns. like that. Okay, then I'm gonna take some of my coral mamelon. It's this shade, and I will apply that by the front teeth, and where the papilla is, and also in the gingival right here, by the where it's gonna touch the tissue of the patient. And also I'm gonna take my small brush and take garnet. It's this bright, very bright thing, and I'm gonna mark where my papilla is with it, like that. I will apply a little bit in those papillas too. And in between. As for the crowns, I'm gonna take some of my Hello Spring, is that this shade? And I'm just gonna go around the edge. Just like that, only on the fronts. Okay, and last but not least, I'm gonna apply some stain to my occlusion. Okay, and I'm gonna glaze it, and I'll see you after glaze. I'll glaze it on the second bake program. So this is the case after it was completed. And yeah, so it has a good canine guidance. I tried to do it more like a group function, but I think it's gonna be canine guidance. That is what it looks like in bite, what the case looks like from the side and from the other side. Alright, and this is what it looks like up close. It has I'd say pretty good translucency, and characterization came out pretty good. And that's the other side. I didn't polish it because that's not, I don't do this part in the lab where I work. And so yeah, give this video a like if you enjoyed watching it, and subscribe for more. And if you want to support this channel, there is my PayPal in the channel's description. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Bye bye.